You stand in front of your reflection again, seeing the same softness around your belly and feeling the same frustration settle in your chest. You remember the diets, the workouts, the promises you made to yourself, and you wonder why nothing seems to change. You feel tired from effort and heavy from disappointment. You question your willpower and blame your discipline. But what if the truth is not about effort at all? What if your body has not been resisting you, but protecting you? What if the weight around your core is not a sign of failure, but a sign of something much deeper? Your body responds to stress and survival, not punishment and pressure. Every moment of exhaustion, every skipped meal, every rushed morning has shaped the signals your body receives. That weight is not laziness. It is a message. It is your biology trying to keep you safe in a world it doesn't fully understand. When you stop judging yourself and start listening, the story begins to change. You realize your body is not your enemy, but your partner. You realize that frustration is not the end of your journey, but the doorway to understanding. And in this moment, looking at yourself with softer eyes, you begin the shift from fighting your body to finally learning from it. Your biology was built in a world very different from the one you live in now. A world of hunger, cold nights, unpredictable weather, and real danger hiding in the dark. Your ancestors survived by storing energy quickly, by protecting their organs with visceral fat, and by responding to every threat with speed and precision. Those instincts kept them alive. And even though your life is filled with schedules, technology, and convenience, that ancient programming still shapes your body's decisions. When you skip breakfast, your body feels famine. When you stay up late, your body senses danger. When stress lingers, your body tightens its grip around stored energy. It does not know the difference between a saber-toothed predator and a stressful email. It does not know the difference between a winter storm and a strict diet. It only knows it must keep you safe. So it stores energy where it always has, around your center, around your life support systems. Not out of disobedience, but out of loyalty. Your belly fat is not the body betraying you. It is the body remembering the world it evolved in. And when you see it this way, your frustration softens into understanding. You begin to recognize that your body is not flawed, it is wise, and that wisdom becomes the foundation of your healing. Cortisol rises the moment your brain senses a threat. And for thousands of years, this response kept your ancestors alive. It sharpened their focus. It fueled their muscles. It flooded their bloodstream with fast energy. It helped them run, fight, survive, and keep moving when hesitation meant danger. But today, the threats are different. They come as notifications, deadlines, arguments, loneliness, and exhaustion. Your body cannot tell the difference between survival threats and modern stress. So cortisol rises again and again. It fills your system with sugar you never use. It signals your body to store fat in the safest place it knows. It keeps your alarm system on even when nothing life-threatening is happening. Over time, this creates fatigue, cravings, brain fog, and stubborn belly fat that does not respond to dieting. It is not because you are undisciplined. It is because your body is overwhelmed. It is trying to protect you from a world that feels unsafe to your nervous system. Cortisol is not the villain. It is responding exactly as it was designed to. And when you learn how to calm that response, your body begins to release the weight it once held to keep you alive. You no longer face predators or freezing nights, but your nervous system reacts to modern life as if you do. A buzzing phone can trigger alertness. A skipped meal feels like famine. A stressful meeting tightens your chest the same way ancient danger once did. You rush through mornings without eating. You sit in traffic holding tension in your jaw. You scroll late into the night under a screen that tells your brain it is still daylight. Each moment sends a small wave of cortisol through your system. Each moment tells your biology that danger is near. These signals blend together into a constant hum of stress. A digital jungle made of expectations, noise, pressure, comparison, fatigue, and unresolved emotion. And in that jungle, your body becomes cautious. It conserves energy. It stores fat around your center because it believes you are living in unpredictable conditions. This is why belly fat becomes resistant, not because you lack commitment, but because your body is preparing for a world it thinks is dangerous. When you finally understand this, you stop blaming yourself and start recognizing the quiet crisis your body has been trying to navigate. And that recognition becomes the first step toward change. When cortisol releases sugar into your bloodstream, your pancreas sends out insulin to carry that sugar into your cells. But when stress stays high for too long, your cells become overwhelmed and slowly stop responding, creating insulin resistance that forces your pancreas to pump out even more insulin. And high insulin becomes the strongest possible signal for fat storage, especially around the belly, creating a loop where cortisol raises sugar, sugar raises insulin, insulin stores fat, and fat storage signals danger, keeping cortisol high and the cycle alive, leaving you hungry even after eating, tired even after resting, and confused because discipline no longer matches results. And this loop is not created by weakness or lack of effort, but by biology reacting to chronic stress, sleep loss, emotional strain, skipped meals, and the constant pressure of modern life. And understanding this loop gives you power, because once you stop seeing your cravings and exhaustion as personal flaws, you can begin to support your body instead of fighting it, helping your hormones stabilize, helping your blood sugar calm, and helping your nervous system step out of survival mode, creating a space where feeling can finally begin.
Sleep shapes your hormones more than almost anything else. Yet, it is the thing most people sacrifice first. Staying awake long after their body begs for rest. Scrolling under blue light, replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow. And when sleep slips away, your biology reacts immediately, raising cortisol, lowering emotional resilience, and altering appetite hormones so that ghrelin rises loudly and leptin grows quiet, making you hungrier, less satisfied, and drawn toward quick energy foods. And inside your body, a lack of sleep slows metabolism, reduces insulin sensitivity, increases fat storage, and keeps your nervous system on high alert, even when your life is stable. And this is why tired days feel harder, why cravings become louder, why your belly feels more stubborn after restless nights. Because your body is not only exhausted, it believes danger is near. And in that belief, it holds energy close, storing fat instead of releasing it, protecting you in the only way it remembers. But when you begin honoring sleep, turning off screens earlier, calming your mind, creating small rituals of quiet, you give your biology the safety it needs to reset, to lower cortisol, to balance hunger hormones, and to finally step out of survival mode, allowing your body to heal in ways you've long hoped for.
When frustration pushes you toward strict diets and intense workouts, your intentions are good, but your body may interpret these choices as danger because sudden calorie cuts resemble famine and exhausting exercise resembles physical threat. And if your cortisol is already high, these actions add more stress to a system already overwhelmed, raising survival signals even further and telling your body to hold on tightly to stored fat, especially around your core, slowing metabolism and lowering energy as it tries to protect you. And this creates a painful paradox, where the harder you push, the more your body resists. Not because it is stubborn, but because it is scared. Because your biology is loyal, it is protective, it is always choosing safety. And extreme diets and punishing workouts rarely feel safe to a nervous system already under strain. And this is why many people feel stuck, working harder and eating less, only to see their progress stall. But once you understand that your body is not rejecting your effort, but responding to stress, you can begin shifting from force to care, from urgency to patience, from punishment to support, helping your body feel safe enough to release what it has guarded for so long. Your body learns to relax, not through pressure, but through signals of safety. And every gentle choice you make becomes one of those signals. A slow walk that tells your nervous system the world is calm. A few deep breaths that quiet the alarm in your chest. A warm bath that loosens tension. A stretch that reminds your muscles they no longer need to brace. A moment of laughter that softens your entire physiology, and connection with someone you trust that tells your body it is not alone. And none of these moments are small, because each one lowers cortisol a little. Each one helps your system exit survival mode. Each one signals abundance, comfort, and peace. And as these signals accumulate, your biology begins to shift. Hunger regulates, cravings soften, energy steadies, and the fat your body once guarded begins to lose its purpose. Because safety replaces danger, calm replaces threat, presence replaces pressure, and you realize that healing does not happen through force. It happens through softness, through care, through a quiet conversation between your nervous system and your life. And when you fill your days with these signals, your body finally feels ready to let go. Your body thrives on nourishment, not restriction. And when you feed yourself consistently, you create a rhythm that tells your biology food is abundant and safety is present. And balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber steady your blood sugar and lower stress on your hormones, while minerals like magnesium ease tension and help regulate cortisol naturally. And when you eat regularly, your cravings soften because your body no longer fears starvation. Your energy stabilizes because your system is no longer swinging between extremes. And your metabolism begins to trust that it does not need to conserve every calorie as emergency fuel. And this trust is what allows your body to release stored fat, especially around your belly. Because restriction feels like danger, but nourishment feels like safety. And when you choose whole foods with intention and compassion, you speak to your biology in the language it understands, offering stability instead of scarcity, grounding instead of urgency. And over time, nourishment becomes more than eating. It becomes a relationship, a daily conversation with your body, a way of saying you matter, you are supported, and you no longer need to hold on so tightly to what once kept you safe. Your belly fat was never the enemy. It was a shield your body built during years of stress, exhaustion, and misunderstanding. And as you begin connecting the patterns, the ancient instincts, the cortisol spikes, the sleepless nights, the skipped meals, the cravings, the overtraining, you finally understand that your body was protecting you every step of the way. And with that understanding, the war you have been fighting with yourself begins to dissolve, replaced by a softer relationship grounded in trust, patience, and compassion. And as you create safety through rest, nourishment, calm movement, connection, and steady care, your body responds with relief, releasing what it once held to help you survive, loosening its grip on stored energy, balancing hormones, and allowing healing to unfold. And when you look in the mirror again, you no longer see failure, but resilience. You see a body that has carried you through every chapter and is finally ready to work with you instead of against you. And in that moment, you feel yourself coming home, not to a perfect body, but to a peaceful one, not to a battle, but to a partnership. And that shift marks the true end of the war and the beginning of a new way of living inside yourself.